Okay, in a world that is just full of marketing noise, how do you get your ideal customer to actually stop scrolling and listen to you? That is the big challenge for pretty much any business out there. So today, we are going to break down the strategy for creating an offer so irresistible it becomes the perfect bait. Let's get into it. So let's just start with the big, obvious question. You see them all the time, right? The ads, the pop-ups, the marketing emails. You've probably even made some yourself. But why do the vast majority of them just fall completely flat? Why do customers just scroll right past them? And here it is. This is the simple but really powerful answer. See, most offers fail because they immediately ask for the sale. They demand something from the customer, their money, their time, their commitment, before they've given a single ounce of real, tangible value. I mean, think about it for a second. This is what the internet sounds like, right? It's just a constant scream of buy now and limited time offer. Everyone is shouting the exact same thing. And you know what? Customers have gotten really good at tuning it out. It's just noise. And if you sound like everybody else, you're basically invisible. But what if there was another way? You know, a strategy that cuts through all that noise, not by shouting louder, but by speaking more intelligently. Well, there is. And it's the secret to actually earning people's attention instead of just demanding it. The whole strategy is called value-based marketing, and the core idea is actually pretty simple. Offer your prospects something incredibly valuable, a real solution to a real problem without asking them to buy anything. The only thing you ask for is their contact info. That's it. That's the trade. And this slide just lays out the shift in mindset perfectly. The old way, it's a command, buy my stuff. The new way is an offer of help. It completely changes the dynamic. You're no longer some salesperson pushing a product. You're an expert offering a genuine solution. You're building trust first. The sale, that comes way later. So we've got the why, that's value-based marketing. Now let's get into the what. How do we actually deliver all this value? The tool we use is called a high-value content offer, or an HVCO for short. And this is your perfect bait. Now, this is the crucial part, so listen up. The value you offer has to be genuine, and it has to be significant. It needs to be a solution that's so good that trading an email address for it feels like an absolute bargain for your customer. They should feel like they're winning the exchange. And this value can take so many different forms. You know, for a really analytical audience, you might offer a free report packed with industry stats. For someone who just needs a quick win, a simple checklist or a cheat sheet is perfect. You could even create a short video course or maybe a fun diagnostic quiz. The key isn't the format itself, but matching that format to the specific problem your customer is trying to solve. Okay, so you've created your amazing high-value content offer. Now what? How do you get people to actually want it? Well, it all comes down to the headline. So let's dig into the 4 scientific rules behind crafting a headline that people just can't resist clicking. Rule number 1, you have to grab their attention instantly. And just think about the sheer power of a headline. On average, 5 times as many people read the headline as they do the actual body copy. To put that in perspective, that means for every dollar you spend on an ad, 80 cents of it is really just paying for that one single line. It is that important. Rule number 2 is to be specific. And one of the best ways to do that is by using numbers. Just look at the difference here. The bad headline, here are some helpful information. It's vague, it's forgettable. But the good one, with the number 5, it feels tangible. It promises a clear, organized solution that our brains can just latch onto. Next up, rule number 3. You gotta create some intrigue. Words like secret, shocking, or revealed, they are so powerful because they create what's called a knowledge gap. Your brain sees that word and it immediately goes, wait, what's the secret? I have to know. It creates this little psychological itch that can only be scratched by clicking. And our 4th rule, and this one is maybe the most important, is always answer the question, what's in it for me? Because your customer is always asking that. Look at how this headline evolves. The amateur one, it's okay. The semi-pro adds that intrigue we talked about. But the pro headline, that one adds stakes. It clearly says what the high cost of not knowing this information is, and that is a powerful motivator. All right, so you get the rules. Now for the best part. I'm literally going to give you 4 plug-and-play formulas that you can use to start writing killer headlines like today. This is your playbook. Formula number one is a total classic. You promise the result they desperately want, while at the same time you remove the pain or the obstacle they think they have to go through to get it. It's the ultimate have your cake and eat it too formula. And here is a perfect example. What's the desirable thing? Washboard abs, of course. The undesirable thing? Doing endless, awful setups. This headline promises the gain without the pain, which makes it pretty much irresistible to anyone who wants a six-pack. Now, Formula 2 tackles a big challenge head-on. You promise to help them do something difficult, you contain it within a specific time frame, and then, this is the magic part, you remove their biggest self-doubt before they can even think it. I mean, this example just nails it. It promises a huge output, 20 ad copies, in a crazy short amount of time. And it directly tackles the number one fear. But I'm not a marketing expert. It just removes the excuse right off the table. Formula 3 offers a shortcut to mastery. Everybody wants to get results like an expert, but let's be honest, nobody wants to put in the 10,000 hours of hard work. This formula promises that expert-level outcome, but without the grueling journey. What a great example. I mean, who wouldn't want a perfectly trained dog? But the thought of studying for hours and hours is just exhausting. This headline promises the professional result without all that tedious research. It's a direct path to what they want. And our final formula is just laser-focused on solving a problem. It identifies their single biggest frustration, promises to get rid of it without making them do something they hate, and it adds a sense of urgency with a clear timeline. This is just brilliant. It names the specific problem, it removes the biggest sacrifice people associate with solving it, which is dieting, and it creates that urgency with a 21-day promise. It is a complete, compelling package that speaks directly to a customer's pain points and their deepest desires. So, there you have it. You now have the strategy, the tools, and the exact formulas to craft an offer that actually gets noticed. The only question left is, what value are you going to offer first? Start by thinking about how you can genuinely help. Solve one specific problem for your ideal customer, and I promise you, you'll have found your perfect bait.